All right, welcome back. This is a little more advanced technique for opening up your hamstrings and your lower back, the glutes, the front of the hip. So you'll want to block, and I don't say you have to use it, but I do recommend it if you really want to get the front of the hips. And you'll want a strap. So it doesn't have to be a traditional yoga strap. It doesn't have to be a traditional yoga block. It could be a book, it could be your husband's tie or your tie if you're a guy. It could be a bathrobe cord that goes through your bathrobe. It can be any number of things as long as they have basically this geometric shape and you don't mind wrapping it around your foot as far as the strap. And this is just going to come under your back, so you don't want anything that's going to collapse. Yeah, so that's what you need, and we'll get started. So we're going to come onto our backs again. I like to use poses on our backs because then I don't have to worry about people with knee replacements and hip replacements and sore wrists. So go ahead and bend up your knees. And again, use support when you roll down to your mat. And then we're going to warm up with bridge. So with the block, we're going to be in a supported bridge. You don't want to go into a supported bridge with cold back muscles. So we're going to warm that up with either bridge or pelvic tilt. Now bring your hands to your sides, stack your knees underneath, or stack your ankles underneath your knees. And then we'll take that deep breath into the belly. Exhale, squeeze your belly in, tilt your hips or lift your hips. Inhale down, exhale, draw in, tilt or lift. Inhale, release. Move at your own pace. And if for any reason you have pain here, you can just drop your hips down and hug your knees to your chest. We never want to be in pain in yoga. Typically, if you're in pain, you're just doing more harm than good. You want to feel gentle stretches, gentle drawing through the muscles. You want to be able to breathe easily. Always feel like you can come out of a stretch. Don't feel like you have to hold there just because I'm there, because the person next to you is there. All right, let's do one more. And then we'll bring our knees into our chest and just massage it out. You can rock the knees side to side or circle your knees, just whatever works for you. Remember to switch directions, keep everything even. And then we'll bring our feet back down to our mat. And here's where you'll use your block. So I recommend the smallest height. On this particular block, that's about 3 inches. That's actually a lot. Other blocks, it might be 1.5 inches. If you're substituting something in like a textbook, it might just be 1 inch. That's fine. So you're going to lift your hips like you just went into bridge. And then slide your block underneath the hips. So that's the glutes, the lower back region. You don't want to be under that little arch in the lower back. You want to be below that, under the glutes, the hips. All right, and then we'll find our strap. Hopefully it hasn't gone too far. And we're going to take the strap around the ball of the foot. Now I have a loop in this strap. You might not, just as long as you hook around the ball of the foot, that's fine, doesn't really matter. And then once you're there, you're going to draw your heel out and draw your hips down. And that's going to lengthen the muscles down the back of the leg. Now if you don't feel a stretch here, you can bring your leg a little closer. If that's really tight and you can't breathe and you're in pain, bring your leg a little bit further out. So you're going to adjust until you feel a nice drawing of the muscles down the back of the leg that tells you you're stretching, but you can still breathe. And there are other variations here. I'm going to keep this knee bent for the exercise, but you can straighten it out. All right, that's the middle muscle of the hamstrings. Now we're going to move to the outer muscle of the hamstrings. So keeping the heel drawing up, keeping the hips drawing down. Bring your leg about an inch to the left. I have a lot of people that drop over to the side, do a lot of weird things here. You don't want a big movement. You just want to ease to the left, just a tiny bit. And when you do that, you'll feel the stretch move to the outer thigh, the outer calf. If your IT band is really tight, you might really feel this in your IT band. And then we'll come back to center and then open up a little bit to the right, in just about an inch or so. And that's going to move to this inner hamstring that runs along the inside of the thigh and the inner calf. And I find usually in this one I have to draw my leg a little bit closer. Some people might have to come out a little further. You're looking for that spot where you feel the stretch. And then we'll bring our leg back to center. This time, start to straighten through this left leg. And take it slow. So you might not want to be all the way straight. That feels like a lot to me. But you're opening up the psoas muscle, which runs along the front of the hip, very tight. And then with this right leg, you're just going to flex and extend through your foot. So every part of this is optional. If you need to keep this knee bent, that's fine. Some people like to do this part without the strap because the strap just moves on them. Can't seem to hold it in place. You can always do that. And then go ahead and release your strap. Now, this is a big stretch of your glutes on the right side. So you're going to hug your right knee into your chest. And again, this left leg can be straightened or bent, whichever feels better. Try to focus your breath into the tight areas. Really the belly, the lower back, the hip are the tight areas with this particular stretch. That's what we're trying to loosen up. And then we'll bend up the left knee, drop that right foot down, rock the knees side to side a couple times, and then switch it right around. So I try to quickly move from the left to the right and vice versa when I have the hips lifted. That way we can get off the block a little bit sooner. So we're scooping our strap around the left foot. And for now, I'm keeping that right knee bent. You're welcome to go straight if you went straight on the first side. Keep the hips pressing down. Keep the heel drawing out. Again, you can come closer, you can go further away. Just find that spot where you feel a stretch. And then we'll ease it about an inch to the right. Remember, not a big movement. Might feel this in the IT bands. We do want to feel it on the outer hamstring, the outer calf. A lot of times when we stretch our hamstrings, we focus on that big hamstring down the middle of the back of the thigh. And we totally miss those side ones that are causing a lot of pain and discomfort. I'm just trying to hit all free. If you're a runner, this is a great one for running. Let's go ahead and come back to center, and then ease it out to the left, just slightly, just an inch or so. And for this one, you usually have to come a little closer to feel the stretch. But hey, maybe you're a little bit tighter on that inner thigh area. So maybe you need to give yourself more space. And we adjust in each position until we do feel the stretch, but we're not in pain. And then we'll bring it back to center. Here's where we're going to start to straighten out the right leg. Remember, it doesn't have to come all the way straight. If you want to keep the knee bent, that's fine. Just finding that point where you're feeling a little stretch, and then flex and extend through your left foot. Remember, if the strap is just getting in your way, set it off to the side. You can do this without a strap. You can do this without a block. Alright, let's go ahead and release the strap. Go for that deep glute stretch. Bring your hands behind your thigh. Start to hug your knee in. Breathe into the tight areas. Bring it all down. All right, stack your ankles back under your knees. Lift your hips. Slide the block out to the side. Drop your hips down. Let's just start with the knee rock. And then bring your knees back into your chest. And just massage it out any way you need to. That was a long time to be in a back bend. We just want to take a little bit more time with our back massage here. Make sure we loosen everything up. And if you're finding you like to go into a twist or some other kind of stretch of your back, that's fine. Everybody's a little different. We'll drop our feet down and roll onto your side. Use your hands for support. Come on up. Thanks again. That was sequence 4. Again, if it's too much at this point, just leave it out. Try one of those earlier sequences for a while.